Hey, welcome everybody. This is Jason Is, the social scientist. Sing for Solidarity, set number 5. All right. I guess they're inside. Late again. We're late again. Oh well. Hey Jessica, hey Carlota. I do believe we shall won't be governor. Walker won't be governor. Walker won't be governor someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe Walker won't be governor someday. Someday soon! Woo!
Governor Walker's up the road! Today is the lawful assembly. There is no notification today. There is no notification today. Up there's Irwin. Up there's Chief Irwin. And
No notification.
There is no notification.
Maybe we'll get arrested. Maybe we'll get arrested.
It is not recorded on the calendar.
It's not published, but it's there.
There is no notification today. People who give notification are traitors. Traitors to the
I don't know if I'm staying through
Wisconsin
this.
State Constitution. Article 1, Section 4. The right of the people to peaceably assemble, to consult for the common good, and to petition the government or any department thereof shall never be abridged or abrogated. That means, Chief Irwin, you can take your notifications and stick them up your ass.
Maybe. Okay, go outside.
Traitors outside.
There is a notification.
This land is your land, this land is my land. From Lake Geneva to the Madeline Island, from the rolling prairies to our lovely dairies, Wisconsin was made for you and
This
me.
land is my land. From Lake Geneva to the Madeline Island. From the
Rolling prairies to our lovely dairies, Wisconsin was made for you and me. As I was walking a ribbon of highway, I saw above me an endless skyway. I saw below me a golden valley. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From Lake Geneva to Madeline Island, from our rolling prairies to our lovely dairies. Wisconsin was made for you and me.
The
Sun
sun
is
is shining.
as I was strolling, the wheat fields waving, and the dust clouds rolling.
As the
The
fog
was
was
lifting, the voice was chanting. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From Lake Geneva to the Madeline Island, from the rolling prairies to our lovely dairies, Wisconsin was made for you and me. As I was walking, I saw a sign there, and on that sign it said, private property. But on the other side, it didn't say nothing. That side was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From Lake Geneva to the Madeline Island, from the rolling prairies to our lovely dairies, Wisconsin was made for you and me. Midways of the city, in the shadow of the steeple, in the capital, I seen my people, and some are grumbling, and some are wondering. This land is made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From Lake Geneva to the Madeline Island, from the rolling prairies to our lovely dairies, Wisconsin was made for you and me. This house is your house. This house is my house. From the rotunda to the governor's office, Scott Walker will never push us out. This house was made for you and me. This house is your house. This house is my house. From the rotunda to the governor's office, Scott Walker will never push us out. This house was made for you and me. Woo!
Governor Walker is a crook. Governor Walker steals money from the school teachers and gives it to his rich friends.
There once was a union maid. She never was afraid of the goons and ginks and company finks and the deputies made the raid. She went to the union hall when a meeting it was called, and when the company boys came round, I don't know this one very well. She always stood so.
Up yours, Irwin! No notification today!
This is conflict with these guys here, I guess. I don't know.
Today is a lawful assembly. One that is not
Dang it to heck.
by a non-constitutional settlement.
I wanted to sing. I want to sing, man.
You don't believe me? Ask Judge Kloppenberg. 10 progressives give notification.
Divided we fall, man. Divided we fall.
Oh, I know. They divided. We did this whole thing when we stood up for the First Amendment, and then a bunch of paid police people came in and took over the sing-along and complied and signed a bill with the governor, and now they comply. It's all bullshit. I was a conductor when we came up here. I got arrested 17 times. I've been arrested over 40 times, 60 citations. These sellout peace people, they get paid for money to do this sing-along show. It's a show. It's a song. Because they comply with the governor. I'm not the divider. I am the person that's standing up for the principles that was stood up for in the first place.
Well, I'm not saying that what you're saying is wrong. I just I think it's important to remember who the enemy is. I think it's important to remember who the enemy is.
Yeah, I know who the enemy is. Why are they complying with the enemy? And then telling me
Well,
I'm
it's
the
people. I think it's people's livelihood that they're worried about. I don't know. Like,
Isn't
I
it
mean,
kind of
people.
stupid to protest with permission?
Well,
You don't protest with permission. That's why we're in the jam we're in. You stand up for the Constitution and our rights. You start giving up your rights.
I mean, a
nothing.
lot of the people, you're not the only one that was stood up and was arrested. I mean, I wasn't there.
Oh, I
was,
know that.
but
I know I
mean,
wasn't.
people.
But a lot of, I know.
Some of them
But
were
then
arrested too.
I know, but but these people that all stood up. Then these people came in that didn't get arrested, that took over, and they're paid peace people, and they complied with the governor. They signed an agreement with him, an unconstitutional agreement with him, and they give notification every day. They come in here and they abrogate the Constitution, Article 1, Section 4.
It's pathetic. I'm trying to get them to see the truth. How about number 3?
Okay, sounds good.
There
Once was a union maid, she never was afraid of the goons and ginks and company finks and the deputy sheriffs who made the raid. She went to the union hall when a meeting it was called. And when the boys came round, she always stood her ground. Oh, you can't scare me, I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. Oh, you can't scare me, I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union till the day I die. This union maid was wise to the tricks of company spies. She couldn't be fooled by company stools. She'd always organize the guys. She'd always get her way when she struck for higher pay. She'd owe her card to the National Guard, and this is what she'd say. Oh, you can't scare me, I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. Oh, you can't scare me, I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union till the day I die. You women who want to be free, just take a tip from me. Break out of that mold, you've all been sold. You got a fighting history. The fight for women's rights with workers must unite. Like Mother Jones, we stir them bones to the front of every fight. Oh, you can't scare me, I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. Oh, you can't scare me. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union till the day I die.
Governor Walker is a corrupt. Up yours, Chief Irwin. There is no notification in the Capitol today. The Constitution is not being abrogated by unconstitutional rules and regulations.
Are they singing outside? Are they singing outside?
There are supposedly some people outside.
I didn't see anybody out there before. That's
yeah,
why I came in.
That's what they said, but they were going to go double check to see if Bob was out there.
Okay, I'll go check out there too.
But if he's not, then come back in.
yeah, I will.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, it wasn't fun singing with that guy. I don't want to I don't know. Angry protest it's got its purpose, but it's just that. Well, I'm not angry for one. For two, it's like it's a singing protest. It's not a screaming protest. Dang it to heck. I'll sing with the dude. It's like, but sing, sing. There's some people here. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. We'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We are not afraid today. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. We shall live in peace. We shall live in peace. We shall live in peace someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. We're on to victory. We're on to victory. We're on to victory today. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. Walker won't be governor. Walker won't be governor. Walker won't be governor someday. Someday soon. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe Walker won't be governor someday. Someday soon. Woo.
Public service now.
Irving's holding down the fort inside. That's another one.
Hold down the fort. Number two. This land
Is your land, this land is my land. From Lake Geneva to Madeline Island, from our rolling prairies to our lovely dairies, with Wisconsin was made for you and me. As I was walking a ribbon of highway, I saw above me an endless skyway. I saw below me a golden valley. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From Lake Geneva to the Madeline Island, from the rolling prairies to our lovely dairies, Wisconsin was made for you and me. The sun came shining as I was strolling, the wheat fields waving, the dust clouds rolling. As the fog was lifting, a voice was chanting, this land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From Lake Geneva to Madeline Island, from the rolling prairies to our lovely dairies, Wisconsin was made for you and me. As I was walking, I saw a sign there, and on that sign it said, private property, but on the other side it didn't say nothing. That side was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From Lake Geneva to the Madeline Island, from the rolling prairies to our lovely dairies, Wisconsin was made for you and me. In the squares of the city, in the shadow of the steeple, in the capital, I seen my people, and some are grumbling, and some are wondering if this land's still made for you and me.
Yes, it is.
This land is your land, this land is my land, from Lake Geneva to the Madeline Island, from the rolling prairies to our lovely dairies, Wisconsin was made for you and me. This house is your house, this house is my house, from the rotunda to the governor's office, Scott Walker will never push us out. This house was made for you and me. This house is your house, this house is my house, from the rotunda to the governor's office, Scott Walker will never push us out. This house was made for you and me. Woo! Woo!
Why do I keep forgetting my damn name? Union Maid. I gotta just switch it down here, like dedicate everybody doing the same. Hey, John! There once was the
Union Maid, she never was afraid of goons and gangs and company finks and the deputy sheriffs who made the raid. She went to the Union Hall when a meeting it was called, and when the company boys came round, she always stood her ground. Oh, you can't scare me, I'm sticking to the Union. I'm sticking to the Union. I'm sticking to the Union. Oh, you can't scare me. I'm sticking to the Union. I'm sticking to the Union till the day I die. This Union Maid was wise to the tricks of company spies. She couldn't be fooled by company stools. She'd always organize the guys. She'd always get her way. When she struck for higher pay, she'd show her card to the National Guard, and this is what she'd say. Oh, you can't scare me. I'm sticking to the Union. I'm sticking to the Union. I'm sticking to the Union. Oh, you can't scare me. I'm sticking to the Union. I'm sticking to the Union till the day I die. You women who want to be free, just take a tip from me. Break out of that mold we've all been sold. You've got a fighting history. I fight for women's rights. With workers must unite. Like Mother Jones, we stir them bones to the front of every fight. Oh, you can't scare me. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. Oh, you can't scare me. I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union till the day I die. Woo!
Freaking crowd goes wild. All right, it's calming down now. It's calming down. Number 4. Well, I'm
On my way to heaven, we shall not be moved. I'm on my way to heaven, we shall not be moved. Just like a tree that's standing by the waterside, we shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. That's right. We shall not be moved. Just like a tree that's standing by the waterside, we shall not be moved. We're fighting for our freedom, we shall not be moved. We're fighting for our children, we shall not be moved. Just like a tree that's standing by the waterside, we shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Just like a tree that's standing by the waterside, we shall not be moved. The teachers who have taught us, we shall not be moved. For the folks who drive the school bus, we shall not be moved. Just like a tree that's standing by the waterside, we shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. That's right. We shall not be moved. Just like a tree that's standing by the waterside, we shall not be moved. We're brothers together, we shall not be moved. We're sisters together, we shall not be moved. Just like a tree that's standing by the waterside, we shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. That's right. We shall not be moved. Just like a tree that's standing by the waterside, we shall not be moved.
Quick announcement, you guys want to get a pair of Trumpageddons? Blocks out all the orange. It's freaking beautiful. And they're leftovers from the movie They Live. Who would have thought that? They Live? You ever seen it? No. Oh, man, it's good. John Carpenter, Roddy Piper, Keith David. He comes across some sunglasses. It's like a futuristic movie where there's no jobs. He's out in L.A. bumming. They're living in, shanties and stuff. And he finds a pair of sunglasses that shows the truth of what's really going on. And it's just legislators. There's a blind minister going, they've taken the highest offices. Oh, and it's just, it's real. I think it's actually what they blueprinted all this about. Or John Carpenter's a prophet.
And the name of the movie?
They Live.
They Live.
They live. Sadly.
It's awesome. It's awesome. I got to get back to reality. Oh, fair enough. Yeah. It's good to see you guys are on the right side of this.
There is power in the factory, power in the land, power in the hands of the worker. But it all amounts to nothing, together we don't stand. There is power in a union, The Union forever, defending our rights. Down with Scott Walker, our workers unite. With our brothers and our sisters from many far off lands. There is power in a union. Now the lessons of the past were all learned with workers' blood. The mistakes of the bosses we must pay for. From the cities to the farmlands to the trenches full of mud. War has always been the boss's way, sir. The Union forever defending our rights. Down with Scott Walker, all workers unite. With our brothers and our sisters from many far off lands. There is power in a union. Now I long for the morning that they realize unjust laws cannot defeat us. But who'll defend the workers who cannot organize when the bosses send their lackeys out to cheat us? The Union forever defending our rights. Down with Scott Walker, all workers unite. With our brothers and our sisters from many far off lands. There is power in a union.
I forgot how much fun it is when a Scott Walker supporter walks by in disapproval. 1 in 20. Not bad. Okay.
When we make peace. When we make peace. When we make peace. When we make peace instead of war. Oh, I want to be in that number. When we make peace instead of war. When there's respect for workers' rights. When there's respect for workers' rights. Oh, I want to be in that number. When there's respect for workers' rights. When all the world has human rights. When all the world has human rights. Oh, I want to be in that number. When all the world has human rights. When justice rules instead of force. When justice rules instead of force. Oh, I want to be in that number. When justice rules instead of force. Peace.
Instead of war.
Make peace. When we make peace instead of war. Oh, I want to be in that number. When we make peace instead of war. When there's respect for workers' rights. When there's respect for workers' rights. Oh, I want to be in that number. When there's respect for workers' rights. When all the world has human rights. When all the world has human rights. Oh, I want to be in that number. When all the world has human rights. When justice rules instead of force. When justice rules instead of force. Oh, I want to be in that number. When justice rules instead of force. Woo!
I've had a vision. The return of the Vuvuzela is near. We must build factories to produce them all.
For the time
We
when,
can overtake that.
for the time when justice rules instead of farce.
Yeah. Go get yourself some cheap sunglasses.
Requests out there, 15, singing through the hard times.
Oh, that is
15, singing through the hard times.
Am I gonna cry?
That's a good one, man.
We should come up with a are you getting it? I'm a getting it. Trump a getting it. Can we do some rock? Can somebody write that one? Trump a getting it?
Not me.
Get it on paper. We'll add it to the PDF.
We'll give it to what's his name?
Irvin?
No, the guy that writes all the songs we can't ever sing. Yeah, Jonathan. We'll give it to him. He'll do it. Nobody will know how to sing it. Okay.
We are singing through the hard times, singing through the hard times, working for the good times to come. We are singing through the hard times, singing through the hard times, working for the good times to come. Sometimes our living gets so dark and lonesome, it seems like there's nothing we can do. So we reach out to each other and raise a song together and let our voices carry us through. We are singing through the hard times, singing through the hard times, working for the good times to come. We are singing through the hard times, singing through the hard times, working for the good times to come. And when the war clouds gather, it's so easy to get angry, and it's just as hard not to be afraid. But you know in your heart, no matter what happens, you just can't turn your back and walk away. We are singing through the hard times, singing through the hard times, working for the good times to come. We are singing through the hard times, singing through the hard times, working for the good times to come. So hand in hand together, we help each other carry the light of peace within us every day. If we can learn to live it, to walk and talk and give it, that world of peace won't be so far away. We are singing through the hard times, singing through the hard times, working for the good times to come. We are singing through the hard times, singing through the hard times, working for the good times to come. We are singing through the hard times, singing through the hard times, working for the good times to come. We are singing through the hard times, singing through the hard times, singing through the good times to come.
Hurry up, please. Hurry up, please.
Another request?
That's 39.
39. We're not going there.
Unions made the weekends and Walker made us work out.
Every day at noon we're gonna be here. We're not going away until love drives out the politics of fear. We're not going away. You might think that now the war is won, but we're not going away. We'll keep singing till justice is done. We're not going away. We're not going away. Oh, Scotty, we're not going away. At the noon hour, till that day when justice holds sway. We're not going away. We know, you know, we know that you're lying. We're not going away. Your trickle-down nonsense, we're so not buying. We're not going away. We're standing up and singing truth to power. We're not going away. voices raised every noon for an hour. We're not going away. We're not going away. Oh, Scotty, we're not going away at the noon hour until that day when justice holds sway. We're not going away. You might think our mighty cause is lost, but we're not going away. We're prepared to pay whatever cost. We're not going away. Our voices echo through the rotunda. We're not going away until the people rise up like thunder. We're not going away. We're not going away. Oh, Scotty, we're not going away at the noon hour till that day when justice holds sway. We're not going away.
One more time.
We're not going away. Oh, Scotty, we're not going away. Noon hour until that day when justice holds sway. We're not going away.
I call it quite a bit. I usually make them laugh.
Yeah.
I do black guy impersonation.
What about which side are you on?
You guys complain.
Which side are you on? No, 14?
Which side are you on? 14.
But I'm gonna be tough.
Oh, which
Which side are you on, boys? Which side are you on? Which side are you on, gals? Which side are you on? Come on, Wisconsin workers, good news for you to tell of how the good old Union is still alive and well. Oh, which side are you on, boys? Which side are you on? Which side are you on, gals? Which side are you on? We fight for working families, our struggle's just begun. But we'll all stick together till every battle's won. Oh, which side are you on, boys? Which side are you on? Which side are you on, gals? Which side are you on? They say that in Wisconsin there are no neutrals there. You're either with the workers or with the billionaires. Oh, which side are you on, boys? Which side are you on? Which side are you on, gals? Which side are you on? Oh, workers, can you stand it? Oh, tell me how you can. Will you join the Coke machine or will you lend a hand? Oh, which side are you on, boys? Which side are you on? Which side are you on, gals? Which side are you on? Don't believe the governor, don't listen to his lies. Us working folks don't have a chance unless we organize. Oh, which side are you on, boys? Which side are you on? Which side are you on, gals? Which side are you on? Which side are you on, boys? Which side are you on? Which side are you on, gals? Which side are you on?
Which side are you on? Which side? I gotta go to the library. There's the
Good
David
seeing
E.
with you,
Prosser
Mike.
Jr. State Lawless Library. Still can't believe on that day that they did that. I was able to stack up.
Make sure you wear some.
Had my media pass on. I got to get the food, and I looked at the Capitol cops licking my fingers, and they couldn't stop laughing.
Make sure you wear some throat protection.
Right.
They live. They live.
Did you Trump again?
Yeah.
Something's going down.
31. Pass the check.
Ohio. You're as harmful as your buddy in Ohio. To prevent you from further destruction, we'll protest all over Wisconsin. Grill some brats, tap a keg, and pass the cheddar. We'll be here till Wisconsin gets better. Strum guitar, pick a banjo, play the squeeze box. Send our governor a pack into the cell blocks. Walker smiles, tells lies on the TV, while his henchmen cut programs for the needy, slashing services for thousands of families, while providing tax relief for his cronies. Grill some brats, tap a keg, and pass the cheddar. We'll be here till Wisconsin gets better. Strum guitar, pick a banjo, play the squeeze box. Send our governor a pack into the cell blocks. Our Constitution promotes the general welfare, but our governor defies the wisdom writ there. He could make our economy prosper by supporting every family and worker.
Bad chance.
Grill some brats, tap a keg, and pass the cheddar. We'll be here till Wisconsin gets better. Strum guitar, pick a banjo, play the squeeze box. Send our governor a pack into the cell blocks. We need someone like Robert La Follette to oppose corporate lackeys on the ballot, to restore to its democratic function the people's house we're honored to sing in. Grill some brats, tap a keg, and pass the cheddar. We'll be here till Wisconsin gets better. Strum guitar, pack a banjo, play the squeeze box. Send our governor a pack into the cell blocks. Grill some brats, tap a keg, and pass the cheddar. We'll be here till Wisconsin gets better. Strum guitar, pick a banjo, play the squeeze box. Send our governor a pack into the cell blocks. Woo!
Bye, snotty. They're your hot dogs. Green hot dogs. Let's see. Request for International 37.
Well, I haven't sung that one in a long time.
Stand up
for victims
of oppression, for the tyrants fear your might. Don't cling so hard to your possessions, for you have nothing if you have no rights. Let racist ignorance be ended, for respect makes the empires fall. Freedom is merely privilege extended, unless enjoyed by one and all. So come brothers and sisters, for the struggle carries on. The international holiday unites the world in song. So comrades, come rally, for the is the time and place. The international idea unites the human race. Let no one build walls to divide us, walls of hatred nor walls of stone. Come greet the dawn and stand beside us. Build up together or we'll die alone. In our world poisoned by exploitation, those who've taken now they must give, and end the vanity of nations. We've but one earth on which to live. So come brothers and sisters, for the struggle carries on. The International unites the world in song. So comrades, come rally, for this is the time and place. The international ideal unites the human race. So begins the final drama in the streets and in the fields. We stand unbowed before their armor. We defy their guns and shields. When we fight, provoked by their aggression, let us be inspired by life and love. For though they offer us concessions, change will not come from above. So come, brothers and sisters, for the struggle carries on. The International unites the world in song. So come, comrades, come rally, for this is the time and place. The international ideal unites the human race. Woo!
All right. Let's see, I think it's time for Hope Fort 46.
26.
I know it's only 5 minutes more.
He must be
We meet today
In freedom's cause and raise our voices high. We'll join our hands in union strong under Wisconsin's sky. Hold the fort, for we are coming. Union hearts be strong. Side by side, keep pressing onward. Victory will come. Look, Wisconsin, see the Union banners waving high. Reinforcements now appearing. Victory is nigh. Hold the fort, for we are coming. Union hearts be strong. Side by side, keep pressing onward. Victory will come. See our numbers still increasing. Hear the bugle blow. Over every foe. Hold the fort, for we are coming. Union hearts be strong. Side by side, keep pressing onward. Victory will come. Woo!
Any announcements, things happening this week?
Quick one for next week, October 25th, Wednesday night in a schoolhouse in Mount Horn. We're having Pat Rothschild, Lisa Graves, moderated by Mike Root. So, Mike can come out and check out Southwest Wisconsin area progressives, and they can get all the information. Very good. Thanks, man.
October 20th at the Sequoia Library at 6 o'clock, my writing group is going to do a public reading for 1 hour.
And on Wednesday evening, I'm not sure the time, but it is in the jail building, not at the city county, but the actual
PSB.
Okay, and it's a demonstration to discourage county board spending a lot of money
Talking about over 70 million.
some necessary modernization, but way more than city companies. Those resources
I think the county board meeting is the day after that, Thursday after that.
This is probably the public safety.
Yep.
Okay, number 8.
When the union's inspiration through the workers' run, there can be no power greater than beneath the sun. What force on earth is weaker than the feeble strength of one? For the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong. They have taken untold trillions that they never toiled to earn, but without our brain and muscle, not a single wheel can turn. We can break their haughty power, gain our freedom when we learn that the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. They say our day is over and they say our time is through. They say there's no union if your collar isn't blue. Well, that's just another lie Moss is telling you, for the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. Divide us by our color, they divide us by our tongue. They divide us men and women, they divide us old and young. But they'll tremble at our voices when they hear these verses sung. For the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong. One more time. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong. Are we scheduled for tomorrow and tomorrow? But if he's there, we'll be out here?
I don't know what tomorrow. I don't know if we've notified the Capitol or not.
Okay.
But assuming we haven't, we'll be outside.
Okay. Is there someplace is there a place online or something I can look
Yeah,
for?
if you Google Wisconsin Capitol calendar, it'll bring up a bunch of websites. Click on DOA calendar, and that will tell you if there's singing at 12 o'clock.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
If it says that, it means inside.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. All right. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll see you.
Bye. Have a good one. Oh, George is back. Hey. How are you, George? Georgie Porgy, puddin' pie. Kissed the girls and made them cry. The boys came out to play. Georgie Porgy ran away. Solidarity. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes makes us strong. Ding it to heck. I got some sleep so I can deal with Georgie a little bit better. Man, I was tired last night. I was super tired. Kind of hungry. It's over here. Good. How are you? Oh, I don't have any money. Sorry, man.
What are you looking for?
What's that?
What are you looking for?
Oh, I just singing at the Capitol.
Huh?
I was just singing at the Capitol over there. I do have a little money. Only $8. I would encourage the people that really don't like George to block him so they don't have to see what he says. Can't believe I'm encouraging that, but you really are being disruptive, George. You really are. I don't like it. I really don't. It bothers me. Your behavior is troublesome. As bad as Irving in there. At least Irving is fighting for something worthwhile. You're just here. What are you here for again? Just to tease me? Make sure I have a shitty day. I'm gonna have a good day. I already had a decent day. I hate the truth. What is the truth? Sometimes I hate the truth. Depends what the truth is. Dang it to heck. You really need a reality. I don't need anything. Some things I need some weed. I need some weed. Tough love. You're a tough lover, huh? Dang it to heck. Oh, I want to talk to him. I do. I can't just completely ignore him. Like sometimes bullies, that's the advice given to a lot of, kids that are, picked on by bullies at school. Just ignore them. Just ignore them. Well, sometimes you can't. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes I don't want to. Sometimes he gets under my skin and I want. And other times, today's not really under my skin. Yesterday I was really tired and I'm feeling good today. But I feel like he was emboldened. Him and his friends were emboldened yesterday because they were able to get under my skin. I'm sure they were. Feels good though. Victory feels good. Dang it. But what does your victory mean, really? I think it's telling that he needed to call his friends in here. I think it's telling that you couldn't do it by yourself, so you brought in Mike and Gemma. I shouldn't predict. Like, I don't know that's what happened. Like, I don't really know the. But it sure seemed like it. It sure seemed like it. But I don't know. You guys play dirty pool. I'm sure he does it. I'm sure, like, people who are happy don't behave this way. People who are happy do not behave this way. People who are happy don't hope for shitty days for other people. It doesn't happen. I like to kill people with kindness, though. I don't even like to point out how shitty his life must be, or how unhappy he must be, because I like to kill people with kindness. Even the people the people that I have the hardest time loving, because I make a choice to love every single person. And the people that I have the hardest time loving are the people that don't like me. And George it makes it pretty clear he doesn't like me, and so it's hard for me. It's hard for me to love him. He's the hardest. I have an easier time liking rapists, murderers, pedophiles, thieves, all kinds of people. But the people, as long as they like me. But if they don't like me, that's really hard for me. That's a big obstacle for me to overcome. I know you don't want my love. That's why it's so hard for me to love you. But you have it. You have it. And Of Mice and Trolls. I'm going to write a book called Of Mice and Trolls, where I love them and squeeze them. Love them and squeeze them. And rub them. And what? Yeah, if you can handle George, I don't block him and just, whatever. But if he's really getting under your skin and he ruins your day, especially repetitively, I would encourage people to, I don't really encourage people to do anything, actually. It's you guys can do whatever you feel is best. I hope you guys can understand where I'm coming from, because that's one thing that also gets me is when the trolls are able to incite conflict amongst us, the people who are not trying to have conflict, and I have people that get mad at me because I'm not doing something about it, as if there was something I could do about it. And even if I could do something about it, I wouldn't. I would still let George. There's a place for everybody here, and it's an important concept to me. It's a really important concept. There's a room for everyone, because we all have to move forward together, or we don't move forward at all. And there's nothing we can say to George that's going to convince him to change his behavior. He'll either get bored and move on, or he'll continue to do what he's doing, or he'll become friends with me. Those are his options, I guess, because I'm not going to block him. And he can keep coming back here. He can keep trying to ruin my day. He'll probably be successful sometimes. But the more we grow, the harder it will be for him, because he is the minority. You look at the reviews, on the page, he is the minority. And that strengthens me. It strengthens me. And all your comments strengthen me. And dang it, and dang it, and dang it, and dang it. You will not become my friend. I don't know any murderers or pedophiles, but if they were here, I would treat them with respect. How we treat those are at our mercy. The way we treat those at our mercy says nothing about them. If I'm kind to a pedophile, it says nothing about him. It says a lot about me, though, especially if the way I think it was Gandhi and a couple other people too said, you know, how we treat our prisoners. If you want to judge a society, look to how they treat their prisoners and how they treat their elderly, because those people are at our mercy, and the way we treat them says everything about us. When we do the way we act when we don't have to act away, says everything about us. And yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and I paid, you know, like I don't currently pay. Well, yeah, I do pay taxes to my wife. My household pays taxes. Okay. Go ahead. Dang it to heck. But I did pay in for a long time. I don't know what George does for a living, but I don't know. I paid my dues. Dang it to heck. I earned the disability that's coming to me. Hopefully it's coming at least. George will not be my friend. Dang it. Dang, someday. You never know, George. Never say never. Only a Sith deals in absolutes. And I hate Star Wars. I never deal with absolutes. Deal in absolutes. Never. I always avoid them. I am a victim. I don't have to play one. I am a victim. We're all victims. We all are victims. Dang it to heck. Oh, I can't play. That's right. I almost wanted to play the music. I get banned that way. Oh. I think you misunderstand why I play the victim, because I want to show that our weaknesses are our greatest strengths. They can be. It's a very Zen kind of thing. By wearing my victimhood on my sleeve, I become an unstoppable warrior. Dang it to heck. Of course I'm stoppable, but he stalked me last night, but I'm going to keep fighting. I'm going to keep fighting. Yeah, victimhood is stigmatized. Rape victim, you know, every victim is bad and every victim is embarrassed. Fuck that. The people who are doing the victimizing should be the ones that are embarrassed. How other people treat us says nothing about us. It says a lot about them. I tell the truth. I tell the truth about myself and about her. I'm not afraid of the truth. It's my truth. It's mine to share. It's what happened to me, and I can talk about it if I want to. It took me a while to get comfortable with that. Dang it, and dang it, and dang it, and double dog dang it. Bye, George. Yeah, and I think it's being a victim is what makes us victimize other people. I'm sure George has been bullied in his life. I'm sure. Well, we all have been. But to have it be such a strong streak that runs in his personality, I think it. I don't know. And so, my wife. I don't know. She had a difficult childhood growing up. She witnessed physical abuse and monkey see, monkey do. I think that's why my wife didn't want to do the thing. It's just we kind of fall into the bad things that we do. No one wants to do bad. No one does. I don't you really test that kind of theory, George, because what is your motivation here? Something I did must have pissed you off. I'm not quite sure what it was. I don't even know where you came from or how we met, but you keep coming back. You keep coming back. But it's good that it's good. It's good to start conversations. And now that my wife has victimized me, I do not behave in the way that I would want to all the time. My temper is gets way out of hand. I'm hyper vigilant, and I don't know. So my wife has suffered abuse from me too, more of emotional and verbal abuse, But and then in my mind, when I get all defensive, it's well, I'm just doing it because it's all her. It's all her. It's not all her. It's not all her. My behavior isn't perfect. Fuck no, it's not. But how do I improve? How do I get better? I want to forgive. I want to forgive her. I want to forgive myself. How do I do that? Well, maybe I don't know. I'm hoping by talking about it, by processing it. That's the first step, at least. I think forgiveness. I think forgiving myself and her are the first steps towards healing. I don't know though. I'm flying blind here. I'm doing the best I can. Life is hard. It took me a long time, especially to show the pictures of what my wife did to me, the physical abuse, the physical assault. It took me. Well, I just did it the other night, during pill 342, or is it pill 341? One of the two. And I've been wanting to do it for a long time. Especially when I get angry, I want to do it. There's part of me that wants to do it as punishment for her. This is what she did to me. Look. No, but part of it is also, that's the basest part of why. And I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be just another tool that I can use to hurt her. I don't want that, because that's ugly. Instead, I rather hope it facilitates healing, like I said, and also to show that men can be the victims of abuse. And I also talk about my role too, because abuse is never a one-way street. The women who are abused, you don't get, unless you're a goddamn saint, people don't turn the other cheek over and over and over and over again. Most of us aren't Jesus. I'm not Jesus. Thank you, Jeannie. Thank you. And there's a lot of back to was it Emma that was saying that wish she could be just get it out there. You know, like, I don't know, like, for a long time I questioned my motives. I want to make sure my motives are good when I do something. I mean, if something has more than one effect, like, you know, I know it's gonna, like, no one wants the, you know, like, the worst things about themselves out there, you know, like, but I don't know. The truth isn't any less true if no one knows it. It's just no one knows it. And who cares if people know the truth? It's like, I don't know. Who cares if people even understand? Thank you, Amanda. Thank you very much. Life is hard. Sometimes marriage is even harder. I'm sorry, I can't. It's going pretty fast and I can't read fast enough. Especially driving. Samantha says, oh, I can't read. It was Amanda. Sorry, Amanda. Oh, the top was about the wanting to get stuff out there. No, I felt better after showing those pictures. People were really nice that night too. The reaction was better than I expected. Well, people are suspicious of men that are abused. People are suspicious of men that are abused. They don't. They're suspicious, and they also kind of judge. Some people are judgmental of them as well. Like, what a pussy, kind of. And then also, like, what did he do to deserve it? What did he do to deserve it? As if there's anything people do to deserve violence done to them. Dang it to heck. I love you, Samantha. I couldn't read what you had said, but I'll look when I get home. I'm almost there. Shit, it's getting close time to pick up the boys. I don't know. Probably, I'm gonna go over to their school, I think. I'll go check that out. Point people out us all the time, call them a bitch and a pussy, etc. If you don't have a good support system or people to turn to, you stand on. I had an idea, I was cornering him, but Wow, this is really good. Some self-disclosure there, Samantha. I'm proud of you. This sounds so condescending. I'm appreciative of the fact that you're willing to share of yourself like that. Because my wife isn't a bad person, you know, and I think like the mistakes that we make in our life, like, they haunt us. They fucking haunt us. I think what gets me with my wife is that she doesn't want to take responsibility for them. Like, she wants to hide from it, wants to pretend it never happened, wants it to go away. And, you know, I would love for that to be the case too. But, you know, like, if we just do that, like, things don't change if we don't acknowledge them. Thank you, Megan. Megan says, I love and appreciate your open honesty. I wish I could be more open and honest. Dr. Zeus in the house. Difficult. My husband was the one getting the raw end of the deal. I was a jerk to him, throwing stuff and hitting him, but I had to change, and I'm trying every day. That's all I can do. Really hope it gets better. Well, good, you know, like, that's the way. I mean, again, abuse is never a one-way street, and I've been abusive towards my wife. I have. Like to think that it's mostly in defense, but, you know, whatever. It doesn't matter what it is. It's just like, there's other options than losing my temper. I can walk away. I could be able to walk away. I should be able to. Oh, that'd be... Do you still have all your old journals? That's kind of fun. Your kids will appreciate that someday, probably. I've never kept a journal before, but the show is a journal, right? It's a vlog of sorts. Nice. I don't know if that's a rule that... I don't follow rules very well at all. Oh my goodness. It seems like we always wake up angry, that's for sure. But we're getting along right now. We really are. My wife apologized to me recently, and I got a blowjob. It was amazing. Thanks for sharing, Amanda. Well, you know, forgiving ourselves is important. I really feel like forgiving myself is important, because I don't know how to get past. I hate the person that became, like, the person that, like, before I got these, like, scratches, you know, before my wife punched me and scratched me and traumatized me, I was a different person than I am now. And now I'm like, I don't know, I'm just like so hypersensitive to like a threat. I'm like, go ballistic over a minor thing, and I don't know how to, like, I want to forgive myself. I do. Like, I don't know. Start, like, putting it all out there first is helpful for me, I think. And then, whatever. I don't know. Jealousy is a dangerous emotion, though. It really is. I experience all human emotions, so I experience it too. But it's a dangerous one. I heard it described as a combination between love and fear. You know, like jealousy. You love somebody that you have jealous feelings over, but you're also afraid of losing. You know, like it's afraid of losing that connection. And so like like love and fear are both really intense emotions, and like the combination of the two really powerful. Well, I don't think I think getting rid of guilt is an important part. Finding new ways to deal with jealousy. Like, so my wife and I, we have an open marriage, and our marriage wasn't always open. I opened our marriage after she started drinking really heavily. She's drinking like a liter of vodka a day, and became really emotionally distant, cold, and then cruel, and we stopped having sex. This is right after our second son was born. And then we didn't have sex for a year, and she, like I said, she was cruel and drinking a liter of vodka a day. And where am I going with this? So that's when I decided that I wanted to open up the marriage. And like I went to her and I told her, you know, like, we haven't had sex for a year, and you knew since before we were a couple that I'm attracted to men. I wanted to explore this other side of my sexuality. It didn't go over well. And in fact, jealousy is also kind of what I think led her to become physically violent. And when this was all happening, you know, I was all like, I've had these feelings of superiority, like, oh, I'm above jealousy or some shit, right? Like, I don't feel jealousy. What's wrong with you? Why can't you just not feel jealous? And I think I didn't, you know, because I was trying to picture like her being with other people, and I'm like, I wouldn't be jealous of that. Go ahead. And then I had we had a threesome with this young woman, and this young woman had a boyfriend, right? The boyfriend I knew through Facebook groups, and he had given permission for us to, you know, like, whatever, like, but I think she had feelings for me or something too, and I think she was trying to make me feel jealous, and all of a sudden I could feel myself becoming jealous, and I'm like, here I am criticizing my wife for, you know, and all these feelings of jealousy, you know, I felt myself wanting to like play along into her games and be like, say snide things and like try to get her to say that she liked me best, and, you know, all these things. And I wanted her to say that she didn't want to go with, and because she was going to visit this guy, and rather than like going against my, you know, like, my first impulse was to play these games along with her. Like, I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I'm criticizing my wife for falling into these traps. Like, why? And so instead I just told her, I said, you know what? I feel jealous right now. I feel jealous. I don't want that to change your behavior. I still want you to go get on that plane and go visit him, and but it helped me to acknowledge my feelings. And then I was able to feel proud of myself afterwards. I'm like, I didn't, you know, like, I don't know. No, not that I know of. No, my wife doesn't see anybody else. I don't know if she would tell me if she did. Well, I haven't been with anybody else for several months. I just haven't been interested in sex. I've logged into Grindr twice probably in the past. There's times I still get horny. Then I'm just like, I log in and I have no desire to carry through it. I don't want to go through the hassle of trying to like find somebody. I don't want to go through the deal with rejection and finding somebody that's willing to have sex with somebody who's HIV positive. Like, I don't know. I've just been sensitive lately, I guess. Oh, that's not true. I think this culture poisons the idea. Like, I think that relationships are always difficult, but I think it's more natural. Like, how many couples cheat? How many couples cheat? I don't feel comfortable cheating. I've been a serial monogamist, and I could but like, so many people cheat. And I think I'd rather live in a world where we're honest with each other. I think we're just taught. We're taught to want things that don't work. And this monogamy bullshit does not work. It doesn't. Like, look at how effective it is. It's not. It doesn't work. There's a better path. We don't know it. I think evolutionarily, I always like to look at, because I think biology drives our behavior a lot. And I think we're designed to, like, at least be together probably, because we do fall in love, and we don't, like, I think 7 years, the 7-year itch, there's something behind that. I really do think there is, like, because it was about 7 years in that, like, my wife started drinking heavily, stopped fucking me. Dang it to heck. That was when I decided I wanted to start having sex with other people. I think if you could, and people do make it work. The fact is, there are people that make it work, make open relationships work. And I think it takes a lot of communication, takes a lot of open, honest communication. And I think both people have to feel fulfilled, and they both have to really care about the other person. Like, I don't know, maybe a lot of relationships won't work because, like, I don't know, there's a lot of relationships are one-sided. One person likes the other person more than the other person, or whatever the case may be. I don't know. Yeah, I think for me, I always just hopped in. I was a serial monogamist, and whoever I had sex with, I would stay with that person until they got sick of me. Like my first girlfriend, I've lost my virginity to. We lived together for a year, and at the end of our lease, we weren't getting along, and so we moved up, and then, yeah, I just, like, especially back when I was, younger, I thought, like, guys are supposed to stay, if they have sex with somebody, they're supposed to stay with that woman, and they're, and be committed, and sex was supposed to happen in a committed, and that's not always the case. There's there's a million different ways to do things, and I think whatever works for the person, whatever you can make work, whatever you whatever you can cope with. Well, I'm gonna go pick up the boys now. I don't know where we're going after this, but I love you all. Amanda, I hope you find what you're looking for. I hope we all do. I don't know what it is. I just want security right now is what I want. I want to feel secure. And I don't want to be dependent on someone else. Those are my thing. That's my thing. So hopefully I get this disability. And hopefully that carries me through until I either can make this show sustainable or I'm ready to go back to work. One of the two. I mean, I hope I can make the show sustainable somehow. But if that doesn't work, I just want to get on disability long enough to like be a bridge to take the show somewhere or until it ends and I do something else. You all have a wonderful day.